Now, the ongoing war in Ukraine has drastically impacted Europe's energy supply. After Russia's energy firm Gazprom halted gas flows to Poland and Bulgaria, inflation has soared for 19 countries that use the euro. According to a flash estimate by Eurostat, the euro area will see 7.5% year-on-year inflation in April. Topping the old record of 7.4%, the April figure was the sixth consecutive record reported for the Eurozone. The Statistical Office of the European Union further said that energy prices jumped 38%, an indication of how Russia's invasion of Ukraine is affecting the Eurozone's 343 million people. Now, experts say that if Gazprom were also to cut supplies to Germany, then the effects would be catastrophic. As a whole, the European Union receives about 40% of its gas imports from Russia. Italy's central bank estimates are further pointing at a recession this year. If Russia cuts all its energy supplies to the southern nation, meanwhile, in a bid to mitigate the impact of international economic sanctions, the Central Bank of Russia has decided to cut its key interest rate to 14% from 17%. The decision comes at a time when the Kremlin is juggling sharply between a shrinking economy and skyrocketing inflation.
Central Bank today chose to cut the key rate by 3 percentage points, slightly higher than the market expected. It actually means that the central bank is ready for large steps, given that the financial market has mostly stabilized, and given the fact that actually the transmission mechanism of the financial market has changed a lot. So there is not that much volatility that could be seen as a reaction to larger steps. So yes, the central bank is preparing for further easing, probably with the smaller steps, but still today marks the center of the easing cycle.
Now, the central bank is carrying out its policy as Russia continues what it calls special military operations in Ukraine, which have further prompted the West to impose more sanctions against Russia. Sanctions have already disrupted trade, logistics and frozen around half of Russia's state gold and forex reserves, further putting Russia on the brink of sovereign default and creating lackluster economic conditions. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.